adjust too much. I just focused the camera. Hello, welcome back to the Bear Den. My name is Maya, if you haven't been here before. I have a little bear with my name on it and everything. So much has happened. I haven't been here in like a month because of the holidays, because of New Year's, because we've been traveling. And even though I brought my camera, I just wasn't in the mindset to record. I just kind of wanted to experience the holidays the best I could, but at the same time, the holidays whooped my ass. Like, fucked with me so much that I was like, 2026 is just gonna be like 2025. I was all like bummed and negative about it, but then a whole like week, 2 weeks into 2026 and I'm like, no, I understand. I just understand a little bit more, and I just want to talk about that. There's a lot that I just feel like I have to say, and I'm just ready to say it now because it's been like 3 weeks and I have a lot. I even have a little screen over here to help me out so I don't have to like use a paper or a pencil. Dude. It says like, first talk about like, I was upsetty spaghetti for a lot of the holidays because I just went into the holidays just knowing like it was just gonna be stressful, and I just don't enjoy the idea of traveling as much as we were last year. Like I just want to, like this year I just want to sit down. I don't want to travel that much. I don't want to be bouncing across my home and his home so often and being in other places other than our home so much, because I cultivated my home to be like my sanctuary, to be like my space of just comfort. If you take me out of that space, obviously I'm gonna be uncomfortable. And so I think this year me and Logan both like agreed, like I feel like I'm gonna get into this, but we're gonna get into like my ideas of like college, family, friends, communication, traveling, like just like everything. I hold a lot of values. I hold hobbies and gifts and talents. I value friends and family and communication amongst those things, and traveling is on that list now. I mean, traveling's never really been a big thing for me because of just a lot of reasons. Like any reason that you're not traveling right now, just apply that to me. Just apply that same logic to me. But now I have the ability to, and now that I'm doing it so much, I'm like, this is tiring. Especially now that I had to reassess the reasons why I was traveling in the first place. First of all, let me explain why I was frustrated. One, we go visit my boyfriend's parents and basically just stay at their house for the holidays, and that's great and all, but I wanted to stay at our house for the holidays, obviously, because just it's the first time that I've moved out, and I would like to just, in all of 2025, every holiday we've spent with them and my family. We haven't really spent a lot of time in Reno to really enjoy our own space in the quietness of what break we have. And thankfully, we came back early enough for me to experience like at least a week or two of just relaxation before school starts. I've just been thriving in it, really. We only can really properly jam in California because my boyfriend's drum kit is at his parents' house, and so we like to utilize that, and we don't have room in Reno we don't have any space in Reno to put his drum kit. Hopefully we get a bigger apartment and we can bring it, and then we don't have to even think about it. The whole reason we were like, 2 reasons why we needed to be in California to jam properly is because of his drum kit and because of his friends. His friends are the 2 guitarists. We had some issues with them. Enough issues to realize that like now whenever we go visit, it's more like we're visiting family. Of course, the whole point was to visit them, but at the same time, a big goal for us is making music, and the tools are there. And when our bandmates aren't there to practice and they prioritize other things other than practicing, when in our mindset is the whole point of going is to improve. So when they don't treat it like it's a priority, that pisses us off. That pisses all over how we see the situation and how like we interpret how they perceive the things that we care about. So that was a big just, you know, like that just altered a mindset in me. So like traveling is more like, now I'm just like, I want to visit family, but now that we're not trying to like fit in all of like these band practices that people aren't even wanting to go to, except for like me and Logan. Like, I'm the bassist and he's the drummer, we're like the rhythm section, and I can practice at home. Like, why the fuck am I going to California to go practice and improve if the people I'm practicing and improving with don't want that? So with that in mind, I'm like, okay, let's visit for a shorter time, so like I'm not driven crazy. That's where my mind is at. I grew up not really going on vacations. Usually it would be like family get-togethers we did for the summer, you know? So going places like driving 8 hours to go visit family, to visit my family, because I'm in college, so like now I just live in a different place. All of that is, I'm not used to that. Like that's just not where my mind is at. So, because it's not smooth. It's not smooth enough for it to be comfortable to do that. So now that we're just like, okay, so like we've personally decided, between just me and my partner, just like, we'll meet new people out here that can fill the role that's clearly needing to be filled by these other counterparts that are just not taking it seriously. That just makes us upset because we take it so fucking seriously. And just to take something seriously and then someone to look at you and be like, it's not that serious, bro. Like, you know? So that's just a few things. And just traveling, not used to it. So like in 2025, that just like wore me the fuck out. Like in 2026, I want to sit down. 2025 was a year of change. Like, was a year of just moving around, change, figuring things out, meeting people, doing things. Like, I went and experienced a lot of different things, beautiful things in 2025. It's not like the traveling was all negative. It just wore me the fuck out. I went to Washington for the first time in like 5 years. No, damn near a decade. It's been since I've been to Washington, because I used to live there when I was a kid, and being there was so amazing. And I got to see that for the first time because I went on a road trip, which was, I fucking hated it in the moment, but like I look back at it, I was like, but I saw so much cool shit, you know what I mean? Like, it was like a bumpy road, but like it's a road trip, so you're gonna just hit bumpy roads. And it was just like, I didn't like the form of traveling I was doing. It's like go, go, go. Like, and I'm just not a go, go, go type of person. So that's just me. And the type of like situation I was in when I was traveling. It was a privilege to travel, but damn, I was worn out. Sorry, the camera turned off and I have no idea where they left off, so we'll see. I kind of went through a lot of change with me and God in the universe, because I changed my major to philosophy, and that kind of just like opened the door for me, and I just kind of want to get into the college part. Why the fuck would you go into philosophy? I didn't expect that. Like, it was a curveball, but I think it was a subtle curveball that the universe had in its pocket that it was waiting to just like chuck at me the second I got to college. But I couldn't see it until like it was in front of my face, you know? And I think that's it's so fucked, because like I just want to talk about the universe and like the soul, and like my past videos I talk about that a lot because I'm a philosophy major and we were talking about that a lot, and that helped me a lot. I changed my major to philosophy because I was in the sciences. I was going into like environmental science. I was getting a bachelor's in science, and you know, and it's not like, oh, there is no future in it, but like there's a lot of kids in college right now that I'm talking to that there's not a lot of like jobs. Not even in college, just like that's a everything thing, Maya, like a everyone problem. That's not just like a college kid problem, but like there's kids that are getting out of college and they're like, hey, I'm ready for that job now. And then like that thing that they've been training years to do, there's no available positions. And so I'm like, okay, so why the fuck would I spend so much money and time and for more money? You know what I mean? Like people are like, oh, go to college for more money. I think that's fucking stupid because now that's not even guaranteed. But also, college is important for meeting new people, for joining clubs, for experience, for even, it still can open you up to different jobs. It could just open your door to people that have other open doors, you know what I mean? It can connect you a lot, even if it doesn't lead you directly to like making money. And then I realized, I was like, maybe I shouldn't be going to college for money then, because that's not guaranteed. What's guaranteed is intellect. What's guaranteed out of college is learning something. So don't use AI, don't cheat, fucking lock in, learn a second language, learn philosophy, learn a little bit of history, learn about the earth, meet different people, because I feel like that's the key thing that it offers you now. Because after high school and after college, you're kind of just in the wild to make friends. That's hard as fuck. And I know it's hard as fuck because all of you older adults, all of you millennials, all of you fucking older Gen Z who are out of like college and shit, or are like later in college or beginning college, you have to actually basically football kick yourself out into the world compared to when you were in school and you were just forced to be around people all the time who thought differently than you. You know, like college is like that last step before you're really pushed out into the world to like make all of your own schedules, all of your own decisions. And for a lot of people, that's like, oh, they're racing towards that finish line. But when you hit that finish line, you're like, oh, there's nothing forcing me to go out and go hang out with people and go force myself to communicate with people anymore. And so college, I just feel like, even if you don't finish it, I feel like taking a class, fuck it, learn an instrument. Don't even complete college. Just take a class just to learn an instrument, to teach yourself discipline, to just get better at something, get better at a skill. Fuck it, you know? Like, constantly learning is what keeps our brains active. It keeps us from being stupid, because now we have all of this instant gratification, like TikTok, Instagram, social media, just things constantly changing our opinions and like shifting our perspective and points of views. You need something that's contradict that thing on your phone that's telling you the world is falling apart, and then you need to go into a place where they're teaching you, look at all the things you can learn. I think that's so important now. Like, and then I didn't think that. I wanted to fucking die when I was in the sciences. Like, and the thing is I wasn't even failing. I just hated it. And this is why I don't believe people should use AI in school, because if you use AI and then you pass that class, and you keep passing those classes in that major with AI, and you don't struggle and you don't find out that you fucking hate that shit, then you're gonna be in a career where you hate that shit. And then you're not even gonna know what you're doing, and you're in a career where you hate it. And then you're like, damn, I just used ChatGPT to, like, the other perspective, I just used ChatGPT to, like, get through all of my college, and I don't even have, like, there's not even, like, positions that are available. You know, like, I just spent all this money in this. So you didn't learn anything. You wasted money. So I'm like, fuck it, go to college just to, like, learn. Like, just to gain a skill. I actually had a conversation with my mom, and I was honestly anxious because I changed my major. And then for the first 3 months, I didn't tell her, because I was like, damn, she's gonna be like, oh, well, how are you gonna make money? How are you gonna make money in philosophy? Like, every time I said I changed my degree, every adult around me was like, oh my god, how are you gonna make money in philosophy? Like, fuck you. First of all, because there's not even a guarantee in the fucking thing I was going into. And I was like, alright, I'll go into environmental sciences and become like a park ranger or something. And then I come to find out you could just be a park ranger with any college degree. So Who the fuck knew? And the thing is that I kind of already knew that because I looked it up and I was like, what do you need to be like a park ranger just to like volunteer in like conservation? Like for a long time I was like, I love nature, but I learned that I love it recreationally, you know, and I don't love it. I love it recreationally, and the main reason I went into it was for the money, and then I realized that I fucking hated it. Like they had me mapping shit on like there's a big ass program like ArcGIS or something, and it took like there's like 10-hour projects in that bitch, and I was like, I don't want to fucking do this. I can do this. I don't want to. I don't want to do this. And so I was looking at my school's catalog. Dude, I don't want to be spending money on... If I'm going in it for money, I'm not going to want to do it. Because money is not guaranteed. And the key aspects of college that you get have nothing to do with money. And so why am I going into a major with people with different goals and urges than me? Why not go into a major that interests me so I can meet people that have the same thought process as me? I feel like that is so much more beneficial. Anyways, I had a good enough GPA where I got a good scholarship and basically I could just go to college for free. And if money isn't guaranteed out of it, then I just want to learn. And so I was talking to my cousin and I was like, I think in 2025, I realized that, like, I think knowledge is the more important, intellect and knowledge is more important than the financial gain. Because I feel like intellect and knowledge equal that anyway, you know, in its own way. And the thing is that I talked to my cousin Darian, and then I talked to my mom about the same topic, and then after I talked to Darian, it was so much easier to talk about it in that perspective to her. Especially because Darian reassured me. He was like, the first time my first major I picked was finance and business. And guess what? He is not in finance and business anymore. And I realized that I was like, okay, so I want to just go to college to learn. And my mom was like, you know what? I didn't even feel like the sciences were for you. One, it's dangerous as fuck. I see all of these horrible news articles and all these weird, crazy all this crazy shit that's happening to people that go out in the wilderness and never come back. Sorry, if you hear any fucking stomping or music or anything like that, I'm so sorry. My neighbors are nousy. Actually, that's a combination of two fucking words. Noisy and annoying. Like, they just are fucking loud and they have big parties and they're fucking college kids, you know? Like, and there's nothing you could do about it. They're gonna fucking be them. So I'm gonna talk a little louder to see if I could talk over their, like, rumbling, but I was talking about how, I was talking with my mother, and she was like, even though you're not going to college for money and you're going to college for intellect, you still have a lot of other skills because of the way I've raised you. I was the only child, and she kept me away from both sides of my family because they were both toxic, so she put me in a lot of different hobbies and activities to keep me occupied, and now I have a range of skills that I can use to make money, I believe. I love making jewelry, and, you know, I have made jewelry that I think I can sell, and that's what I'm going to try to do in 2026, because I just feel like 2025 was not the year. I was moving around too much, there was too much change, it was too fucking much. 2026, maybe I can do it. Sorry, that was the sidebar. But sorry, I live in the city. You're gonna hear those. Actually, I like the cars. I like the signs of the car. I used to watch a tarot card YouTuber that lives in the city, and whenever cars go by, like, it rumbles, and whenever she says something, it's like a confirmation. It's silly, but I like it. You know, I like the thought when it pops up into my head. Another sidebar to the sidebar. I just was like, I have a lot of different talents. I love music. I feel like I could make music if I just had the right tools and the right teacher and the fucking, you know, if I just had someone to list out exactly how to fucking do it with a tutorial and just teach me step by step. Yeah, if I had that, yeah, I could do it. And I would have the passion and the urge and the determination to do it as well. I just need the first steps. But I just have a lot of things going on, and I think that's a great thing. For the first time, and I feel like a year, I looked at my life and I was like, damn, I have things going for me. Like, last year I was like, I'm not doing enough. And now this year I'm like, I have a lot to fucking work with. I have a lot to work with. I can do so much, and there's so much, and maybe, I don't know, like, for the last 2 weeks, I was like, it's just gonna be like last year. And now, I just had clarity hit me. I don't know, like, it just, like, backhanded me in the face. It's like, no, bitch, like, I think I just had to talk to people, and that's where we're going to, slide right into communication. Hold on. We have college, we have family, communication. Oh my god, yeah. Like, just calling family and talking to family is, like, really important, and my family doesn't communicate well on either side, and, you know, it's family, and family's complicated and weird and wonky, and I think that now that I'm older, because I'm talking to my older cousins that are, like damn near a decade older than me, and when they look, it's not like, as a kid, I felt like I couldn't talk to them, but I was, like, the younger cousin. I was like, oh, I'm little Maya. Like, I wouldn't understand their perspective. But as I get older, I realized growing up that we understand each other's perspective perfectly. And now that I've talked to people about that I know that it helped. And expressing certain things and emotion, you don't even have to express everything. Just, you never know when someone's gonna give you clarity. You never know. Because, like, there's probably, like, several different religious texts that mention this, but I actually got this concept from philosophy. This is why, like, me and the divine have, like, had a fight last year, because philosophy and me had a fight last year. I was introduced to the concept of, like, two souls. You have, like, your materialized soul, like the soul that was born from this plane, and then, like, your higher soul. I don't remember which philosopher it is. It's not like Heraclitus. Plotinus. It might be Plotinus, but who fucking knows? I'll put it up on the screen if I remember. But he talks about two souls and how, I'll make this short and brief. The big soul, the pure soul, that's like, it's a reflection from, it is a reflection of God, and is a conduit between, like, the divine and the universe, between the physical plane. And then we have a second soul, the one that guides us. It's who we are. That's why we can be greedy. It's why we can have pleasure. It's why we can desire things. It's why we can be angry or be sad. It's why we have emotions. It's why certain things trigger us. But they're best friends. Like, these two souls, like, need to work together to, like, exist, to, like, be on for the divine to be on the physical plane. It needs to be nice to the soul that was also born from the physical plane. They're inhabiting the same body, and this soul, the divine one, of course, reflects God, and it gives us ideas. It gives us music, it gives us inspiration, it gives us stories, it gives us very beautiful things. And we are, as we say things and inspire other people, they are reflections. And it teaches us these different versions of our world, which we only can learn from other people. That's why other people are our greatest teachers. They have both perspectives as well. They have the perspective of being on the physical plane, and they have a perspective of the divine. And everyone has a different range of how, that's what it feels like in my brain. So when I finally talked to someone who got it, it was like that understanding being reflected back to me. And when I saw that mirror, it was like, I recognize this, thank God, you know, like, someone gets it. And I'm an only child, and as I said, I was kept away from a lot of my family, and my parents are divorced, so I really only had my mom. So I was isolated, but in a good way. But now that I'm able to, like, communicate better, we can both see each other fully now, you know? And so just because of time. It takes time, it takes effort. But I was talking about my goals. Like I just have all of these like dreams and these aspirations. Like, as I said, I don't know if it cut off before I said this, but I do want to have land. I do want to have my own garden, and I want to buy that land by making money off of being a creative. I'm literally writing a book right now. I want to make a short story. I want it at least to be like 10 chapters long. I want it to be like quick, simple fantasy with like romantic subplots. Yep, there it is. Romantic subplots. Like the story is not based around romance. That means, yes, this means that the story is not based around romance. It's based around adventure with a romance along the way, but if you take out the romance, it doesn't affect the story at all. So if you're more like into adventure with like a little bit of romance here and there, like from like I won't spill too much. There's amazing dynamics that I'm writing here. All right, and I made a big achievement in 2026. 2026. Holy shit, I mean, fuck it. I mean, yeah. I mean, in 2025, I made a big achievement. I wrote 5 chapters. So I'm halfway fucking done, and I'm like really excited. And now I'm like editing the 5 chapters, and like I'm trying to finish chapter 6. I try to like complete a chapter a month. So that means last year I started the book like in July. I probably started it in July or something, or like after that, like somewhere at the end, like second half of last year, I started it. So that's what I'm so excited about. Like, I just have so many goals. Like, I just want to drive so I could like make this Etsy thing a little bit easier, and a little bit life a little bit easier on my partner. And I want to do music. I fucking hate short form content. Like, as a kid, I used to like go on Musical.ly and like post little like videos, and people actually genuinely liked it, and people actually thought it was funny, and I remember that, and I was like, damn, I would like to make short form content, but like I just get too much in my head about it, you know? Maybe I want to like post like little clips of like me playing bass. I've probably played bass for like a year and a half. I am definitely still a beginner, but I've made a few original bass lines, and I've made original songs with my boyfriend, and I don't have any of the professional equipment to professionally record any of it, obviously. So maybe I'll just post short little videos on like Instagram or TikTok. That's also a little goal that I have, just to try to do that. I'm not like, oh my, make short form content, oh, for the doom scrollers. Like, no, I just want to put myself out there, and it's just I want to put myself out there and like draw a wider audience and a bigger audience, like to make this work. Like, to be a creative, like being online is almost necessary, but like not at the same time. You could definitely like not go the media route. I'm going the media route because I love long form content. I love watching YouTubers. I am a YouTube baby. I have been watching YouTube since I was fucking like 5 to 10 years old and up, you know? Like, I love long form content, and so I will continue to watch it, and I will continue to make it. Yeah, those are some of the things that I've learned. Those are the things I wanted to talk about. Those are like big changes, and I had a dream, actually. I have a lot of dreams. I like journaling my dreams. I do believe dreams mean something if you focus on them. But that's just like, sometimes people are like, oh, well, I just have dreams about like T-Rexes and shit. And I'm like, I guarantee if you like wrote down and journaled all your dreams, you would have more vivid dream. Your brain obviously doesn't think you're paying attention. So it's just throwing random shit at you. But if you're paying attention, maybe it'll show you something cool. And I also think dreams are very entertaining. Like, sleep is very boring. You kind of just like go to bed, and then like your brain is like, you teleport into daytime. You get a little movie in your sleep. I'm pretty sure there was a few studies shown, but I know like people have done research, and if you journal your dreams, your dreams, like remembering your dreams will become easier. Everyone dreams, just not everyone can remember them. So the more you journal your dreams, the easier you can remember them. That's the logic with that. So I love journaling. I love it. And so I'm gonna try to do more of that in 2026. Get to know myself a little bit more. Because like, I thought I had everything figured out like mentally. Because during quarantine, I like had this big soul search and like this big like discovery with my like spirituality and stuff, but it was like the very beginning step of spirituality, and then like I had to get beaten by life basically for the last, ever since quarantine, and now I've been molded into this, what you're seeing now, and now I get to talk about it. So and even if no one's watching this, it's for future Maya, you know, and some random people on the internet who find interest. I don't know. I want to, fuck you, it's my video. My boyfriend does post shorts. He also makes music. He is the drummer, but he's learning how to play guitar right now. I told you we're having a few issues with our bandmates. Yeah, that has kind of motivated him to just learn the instrument that we're missing. The problem with that is that he doesn't have 4 fucking sets of hands, so he can't play guitar and drums. Then you have to add like the guitar and like post editing, like you have to you have to do a fucking bunch of shit, and I just don't know how to do all of that bunch of shit. I took video production classes, but that's just how to edit videos, like basically like movie structure, video structure, you know, things like that. Like the basics in that. Actually, I took 2 years of it, so I'm kind of like well versed in it, but when it comes to like audio engineering, I have no fucking clue what to do. And that's kind of like a cool part of why contacting my cousin Darian was so cool, because he makes music and he's a small artist, obviously, but he definitely has more experience posting music than I do. I've never made a song and posted it, and he has. And the sound quality wasn't absolutely dog shit, and that's all I need to figure out how to do. So maybe he'll know how to do that. So I just need to talk to him more, and that genuinely brings me more excitement. Thinking about that, and I think that's the mentality I have to have going into 2026, is just that learning how to breathe through some of like my anger and anxiety, and then also talking and communicating more with people and expressing the way that I feel more, and talking to family more, and seeing my perspectives with what I want to do with my life, and seeing how much value I can give to the world, because I think that's very important. You can't really start giving to people until you see what you really have. So that's the best way I could put it. So that's what I'm here to do, and if you're willing to watch me grow in doing that, thank you, and I hope you keep watching. This is The Bear Den, and my name's Maya. I hope you come back. Please like, subscribe. I will see you later. Bye!